Hey everybody, welcome to another match brought to you by Izar. This is Mr.R versus Leon. I am Rapture, and with me here today is my man Matt. How you doing, bro?
I am just fine this evening.
Cool.
Clearly we've got a match of my expertise this evening.
Dittos, oh my god.
I gotta say, Marth Dittos are probably one of my least favorite matchups in the game. Mostly because Marth is just one of those characters who just happens to rape himself.
Yeah.
I mean, Marth rapes himself off stage, like, to the T. He has all of his options covered by himself. He rapes himself on the ledge, he rapes himself in the air. It's not pleasant, I must say. But the matchup itself is actually very interesting from Marth's main point of view, and it requires a lot of intricate thinking, so I'm hoping we see that from these two talented European players.
Yeah, these guys are both top Marth players from the EU. We're going to get started here in Battlefield round 1 of this series. As you can see, the guys are already all up in their grills with their tiaras and whatnot.
Clearly using a lot of the Marth, the gimmicks that are infamous of European Marths, with the short hop dancing blade 1, short hop first hit in air. We got some nice reads going on by both players. Let's see what I mean. The fair into shield gets punished very easily by Marth with a random up B. Oh, nice tipper read there. Stutter step.
The up B gets the kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now I can't even see the name tags though. I believe Mr.R is player 1.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Mr.R always uses black Marth.
Yeah, so Mr.R,
particularly that skin, and Leon typically uses that skin of Marth.
Yeah, so we got Leon up here. Oh, nice shield breaker. We'll get a
nice
free up smash.
Up smash is probably the best option to use out of shield breaker if you know you're not going to kill them, because it does provide the most damage out of all Marth's smashes.
Wow, huge punish, and
yeah, again with the stutter step forward smash reads.
Yeah, the last few hits, Leon got punished a lot. That up B got punished, and then that got punished, and you know he was actually leaving himself vulnerable a lot on that last stock.
These players are getting really punished for whiffing their forward smashes, which is something common of Marth, but Marth in particular can punish it very well because, I mean, he has the same range.
Yeah, so nice kill there by Leon. So Mr.R again down, and Matt, in this position, what does Mr.R have to do to get back after being down by a stock?
Well, basically, you just have to get the momentum and get 1 or 2 good reads, and literally that's the matchup, is that if you read their double jump, you read their air dodge, and then they're off stage, and you read their double jump again, and you just fair it. Something like that. See what I mean about Marth just rapes Marth off stage. Mr.R is going to have to do something like that, only get them a little lower, clearly. A very nice option there with the shield breaker follow-up. The shield breaker is a move I don't see a lot of Marths use outside of the whole fact that you can break a shield with it, but really it's not that bad of an option, because it's like being able to charge a smash move in the air.
Barely gets back on the ledge and follows up again with that shield breaker. We've definitely seen a lot more of it.
Yeah, shield breaker in particular is very useful in this matchup because it is Marth's longest ranging move, and it can really send Marth at an awkward angle. And this, see what I mean about Marth just absolutely destroying Marth off the stage. I mean, the second you commit to one of your moves off stage, then you're done. You're getting back aired, you're getting faired, and the ledge is getting grabbed. It's not pleasant.
Yep. So Leon, game 1 victory over Mr.R. where he's gonna be taken to Smashville. So, Beach Smashville. So it's all good. At least that's what we see here. So, and Leon, obviously the white Marth, and on the other side, Mr.R, the black Marth on Smashville. Game 2.
Some nice juggles by Mr.R here. See what I mean about just getting these reads and having the momentum.
A nice dancing blade there to get some damage and making the game a lot closer, but
Mr.R might have actually attempted to dupe walk there because he just randomly started charging a forward smash in the other direction. Some nice platform canceling tricks by Mr.R, but I would expect nothing less from the legendary Mr.R.
I will agree with that. I will agree. You guys are playing spectacularly right now. But finally Leon getting killed. So Mr.R, the first time he has the lead in this entire set. Oh, it's only game 2. Nice counter off stage though.
Yeah, counter's often neglected, I feel. At least I particularly neglect it. I mean, if you get the read on somebody just coming at you from off the stage, like a DDD bear, or a DK bear, something like that, counter can really be a lot, like, really beneficial.
It's now tied up here. That out of shield up B does get the kill, and a dash dance earlier would knock him into a trip, but
almost popped the shield there, but the Smashville platform moving him away just in the nick of time.
Random shield breaker getting himself punished there. So once again, it's very close. Leon getting a nice amount of damage on Mr.R right here, trading those F-airs. A nice shield breaker.
Yeah,
right
that's what I mean about it being a great follow. And there we go, punishing the whip up B. Leon definitely in kill percent again. He doesn't want to set himself up to be punished either by whipping an up B or whipping a fair. There we go, that's a stock. Basically, it's just waiting for somebody to whip a fair. Mr.R is definitely getting some nice reads in on Leon, but I mean, he has had the momentum, and when you have the momentum, it's extremely beneficial because that's a major part of this matchup, and any Ditto in general is just going for the triple counter.
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually pretty entertaining, trying to fake him out. One of the best options sometimes to fake somebody out is just to repeat the same option over and over. Oh, and there we go, that's it. Oh, wow, fantastic. Fantastic option, Leon recovering. But still in a really awful position.
Yeah.
There we go, and that's a stock. See what I mean about that whole just fair. It's fair. Fair is recovery, fair is recovery, and fair is recovery.
Pretty much.
Mr.R dishing out the 2 stock. Like I said, Marth Ditto's very intricate matchup, and I see Marth Ditto's go back and forth all the time.
3, 2,
So we're on a Smashville here. So it's all, I guess it's all tied up now?
Yeah, it is tied up.
Yep.
They both handed each other 2 stocks. What I don't see these players doing in particular is abusing Dancing Blade, which is a great move in the matchup, and for Marth in general, because, I mean, your fair is always going to be stale, and Dancing Blade does refresh that.
Yeah, we are seeing a lot of shield breaker follow-ups, as we commented on the previous matches. Oh, wow. Alright, so up B not getting punished. We've seen a lot of whiffed up Bs. A lot of shield breakers again, so that's actually really interesting that we see that.
Up B is, especially in this matchup, a go big or go home move. Like, if you don't hit it, then you're probably going to end up...
You're falling from the sky.
Yeah. Some nice platform cancels showing off by Mr.R. Probably lost his double jump somewhere along the line and didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Marth's throws in particular, although they don't deal a lot of damage, they peak off at 4 damage, most of them. They're actually really underrated because they put a lot of opponents, and particularly in this matchup, he puts himself into a really bad position, particularly forward and down throw.
Agreed, definitely agreed. So.
Oh wow!
Yep.
Just nicking the second hit of Nair. There we go. That's actually a true combo on a lot of characters. Is forward throw Nair. Leon is definitely trying to bring this home with a lot of good reads. Forward throw up smash is actually a decent option if you predict their air dodge. Here we go, see what I mean? I mean, just landing a fair on somebody's shield in general is terrible, never mind in this matchup, where an up B can kill you at probably 100 and 110%.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Dancing Blade is a really great move in this matchup because it can actually get under Marth's fair.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. And as you said earlier, it does refresh that fair, which, especially the Nair too, which these guys are actually using a little bit more of in this match. So it's something that they could use a lot more to refresh rather than as well as getting under the fair.
Oh wow! Well, these players really smart at recovering. Saving your double jump.
Yeah, they are saving it. They're using the dancing blade to get a little more distance to get over, and then finishing with the up B.
It's always gratifying to have the fresh tipper nair because it is Marth's strongest aerials. Mr.R trying to get some nice reads with an attempted up air there, but he gets perfect shoot. Very odd option by Leon, actually. I don't really understand why he would up tilt there, but it got countered regardless, and Mr.R lost his stock somehow. Nicks the balloon. The balloon actually might have gotten him punished there.
Yeah.
Oh. That was a legit dare. See, there's the dash back dancing blade is a very strong option, and I'd really like to see these players use it more. These players seem to be kind of edgy with the spot dodges and air dodges. They're trying to make a read on their opponent, because whoever gets the first read is probably going to come out victorious. Attempted dare, missing the sweet spot.
Just jumping around now, a lot more air game we're seeing here.
Yeah.
Oh! Yeah.
That was very, very nice.
Yep, that was a really, really good match there. So we're gonna go into game 4 now, I believe.
Yeah, what I'd like to see from both these players is that I know they seem to have really great control over the character's air game, which is common with a lot of European players. They do have very good control over the Marth's air game, but I'd like to see a lot more ground game from Dancing Blade, jab, maybe forward tilt even, because they all can be very strong options in this matchup. Getting punished for the attempted gimmick. Dancing Blade 1 in the air.
Oh, there's the Dancing Blade again. Nobody punching though, so he's gonna get away with it. I also want to notice that these guys are hitting a lot on shield, and that down smash punish was just early. Oh, the tipper.
Great tipper. It's difficult when you're getting your fairs punished, because you have to rely on different options.
Leon using a lot of Nair right now. We're seeing that a very good punch.
Nair's very strong.
Nair is a very strong move. I think I don't know if it's underrated, but they're making great use of it.
It is a very underrated move, except for by Shia, the Australian Marth. He actually Nair is his buy move, I'm fairly certain.
He Nairs like it's his job. Oh, big up B by Mr.R, so he's going to tie back up the stocks, but Leon has a clear damage difference here, and that up B just sort of getting punished pretty easily through the platforms. Mr.R right now just trying to bring this damage back down. He does, now taking the lead in percent. Going back and forth, nice up B though, and a tippered forward smash will give him the lead over Leon.
Yeah, that was actually a great option. Getting that tipper forward smash at the ledge takes some serious dedication to your character.
Big counter though. It's a nice counter. These guys are making actually pretty good reads with counter this entire set. I haven't seen some terrible use, except right there. That was probably
that was a fairly bad use.
Way to make me wrong there. I'm waiting for some good counter moves, and apparently that can't happen when I call it. So we will see a rather big difference here. Leon trying to get back on stage, he does, and now they're just going to reset in the middle. Some random Nairs, not going to get punished. And once again, we're seeing a lot of this sort of a back and forth with this matchup. It's because these characters, because this character counters himself or just plays so well against himself, we're seeing a lot of trade-offs and attacks and just back and forth with damage. Mr.R losing a lot of shield there with that shield breaker. Leon, I would say, not in a good position at all. That up B almost killing him, but nice DI. No pad G DI there. No pad G DI. And by the way, we noticed a lot of people didn't know what pad G DI is, but that is an example of what pad G DI is not, which is regular DI. But anyway, Mr.R, a clear advantage here and gets the up B for the kill, and that is the game. So, Matt, you're the Marth expert here.
I mean, I'm still not seeing the strong ground game option. And
yeah,
I'd really like to see more of that. I mean, pretty much it's going like a typical Marth ditto. I mean, you whiff a move and you take big damage. Like, that's the matchup.
Alright, so we have Game 5 here, Leon versus Mr.R on Smashville once again. Obviously, the fact that there's only 3 stages is like, oh wow. So Smashville again.
That was actually a nice up B there. It's actually, up B can be really gay in this matchup because if you're off on your dancing blade time a little bit, you can actually get up B'd out of it, and it's rather discouraging.
Yeah, really. Also, very good use of the platform to sort of save yourself from getting punished, as the up B puts you pretty much right on that platform. If you time it obviously well enough, it's not like it's moving fast at all, and you can sort of get out of punishes. And I've noticed, by the way, that punishing hasn't been really that predominant in this matchup. It seems like these two guys aren't punishing as well as they should in some situations, which isn't very good. A lot of opportunities.
Punishing is very pivotal in this matchup. If your punishes are off, you're more like to lose than in other matchups. It's really awkward sometimes when somebody's grabbing the ledge and you're like, oh well, I'll just stall and I'll come back. But no. What you should think would be the last hit of the B saving you.
But it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It always lies to you. So our Mr.R barely getting back on stage as this game is tied up at 2. Oh, spot dodging his shield breaker and saving his shield there. And nice reads by Mr.R, though he misses the forward smash and gets hit by one of Leon's. Oh,
that was a very strange down smash box.
Yeah. I'm getting re-grabbed and off stage.
That's an awful position for Leon.
Oh, wow, gets back though. Gets back. Dancing Blade gets punished.
I would also really like to see these players punish the Nair onto the stage, because that is the favorite option of Marth players. And if you can get a read on Marth nairing from the ledge, that is probably going to be his stock, especially if it's one of those awkward forward smashes or a tipper forward smash.
Yeah. Missing the shield breaker, but doesn't get punished again.
Well, I do think that that shield breaker in particular was not used to actually hit him. It was used like Snake uses his pivot grenades, which hasn't been found until recently. Is that Marth can actually use his pivot up, his pivot neutral B to avoid juggle traps.
Does that work as like a wave bounce almost?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, that's actually really interesting to note, because it looked like he was actually going for a legitimate shield breaker, but it did get him out of it. And right now we are pretty well tied up. That shield breaker definitely looking to connect into Leon's heart, and that will follow up into a kill. Oh, gets tripped, but the read was bad. The read was bad. Not read a good book there. No fiction up in here.
There's the Europe. First hit Nair. Yep.
So right now we are all tied up here, 1 stock apiece, and Leon putting on the damage, but gets back and forth here.
Yeah, I mean, that's the rough part, is that unless you're making reads, your momentum could suddenly shift, because Marth can fair himself out of you fairing him from low enough percents. Like,
oh, and the up B. Oh wow, abrupt ending to that matchup, and Mr.R taking a victory for that on Smashville Game 5, so he will win this series 3-2. Overall, these guys played really well. I would just have to say though, so yeah, Mr.R does take that game 3-2, series rather, and Mr.R, both of them, Mr.R and Leon, not punishing as much as I would have thought. A lot of, as you said, like Nair onto stage. I saw a lot of fair onto stage that there was just hitting the shield and nothing coming of it. So very interesting to see that these guys weren't punishing as much. As we mentioned, that wave bounced shield breaker was just completely unpunished, and an up B followed from it. Those some nice offstage shenanigans from both players. Matt, as a Marth main, how do you think these guys played?
I've seen both of them play better, honestly, but something I do notice of European Marths is that they do tend to ignore Marth's ground game, and I would honestly like to see a lot more use of ground game from these players, because I did see a little bit with air dodge reads via down tilt, which is a very good option because it gives you a lot of strong follow-ups, but I saw little to no jab, I saw little to no forward tilt. And Dancing Blade in particular was going underused, I feel, because the way Dancing Blade's hitbox works, as I said, I mean, you can get under a lot of Marth's moves. Nair from the ledge in particular can easily be punished by just walking away from it and then Dancing Blading it or forward smashing it. And like you said, a lot of things went unpunished. A lot of simple reads like reading of air dodges and reading of double jumps, but not particular reads like reading your fair, reading your nair from the ledge, reading your shield breaker. I would have liked to see a lot more of that from these players because they do have patterns like any other player, and I would have liked to see a little more ledge guarding in particular, preventing both players from getting off the ledge, because that is, like I said, another area that Marth excels in raping himself at. But I must commend them for their edge guarding. Their edge guarding was on point, as well as their ability to get back to the stage, which can be a particular nuisance in this matchup, because just getting fared out of your double jump can be enough to kill you sometimes. Also, just going to commend their tech skill, as always. Anybody who's seen Messiah knows that both...
There is no lack of it.
Yeah,
there is no lack.
No lack of tech skill. Both players should be commended for their work in this match.
Definitely. These guys played very well, and it was a lot different than a match that we've seen previously where momentum was constantly changing. These guys, however, there wasn't really more so momentum, rather than these guys were just trading hits the entire time, and both players were really at the top of their game the entire time. So there really wasn't like, oh, there's a clear winner here, there's a clear winner there. These guys, I mean, it could have gone either way the entire series. I'm actually really surprised how it went, because as much as Mr.R was playing very well, sometimes like, oh, Leon got this, but I was like, oh, wait, obviously not. So with that said, though, we are going to say goodbye to you guys. Thanks for watching. I am Rapture, and he is Punishment Divine, aka Matt. We are from Directional Influence. You guys can check us out at our Directional Influence pages. You can follow us on Twitter. I am VVV Rapture on Twitter, or our Facebook group, which is Directional Influence. We're also on all his Brawl Smashboards and VVV. If you go to vvv-gaming.com, you'll find us always above the shout box. You can click us and listen to us there. And we're on Podbean, etc.
Of course, Izal will give you the link to that.
Yes, Izal will obviously give you the link to that. And of course, keep watching these videos because we're awesome. Izal's awesome. These matches are awesome. These players are awesome. And if you weren't watching it, then, you know, I don't even know what to tell you. You should start.
I hope you guys don't mind our commentary this week being a little low-key, because Martheros aren't always the most exciting thing to watch.
Hey, we made it exciting.
Yeah,
though.
These players made it exciting, so hopefully we'll have something new for you guys next week, and we can get a little more hyped over it.
Well, speaking of next week, we actually have a very, very interesting match that you guys are going to want to watch. Izal versus Hayes, a best of 7 money match, and it's Link versus Captain Falcon. So if you don't want dittos and you want low tiers, you better tune in next week, because we're gonna have some epic matches coming your way. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I'm Rapture. That is Matt, and we'll see you guys next week on another Izal money match featuring the best of the best in Super Smash Bros. Brawl.